Hello YouTube, this is ChardarYuGiOh here with another daily duel video, and today we are playing the 420 special. 1 day late. YGO Omega was having some issues with their updater. I don't think we're actually going to win with this deck, but we're going to have a lot of fun. To start out, we already have a pot in our hand, along with our Fire King High Avatar Garunix. Opponent leads on Terraforming, grabs a Meltdown. I mean, I think Mechaba just on its own kind of beats us because we can't let our Fire Kings get banished, but we're going to do our best. Leicester, grab Invocation. Summon Artemis. Activate the Invocation. Banish Artemis and a Leicester. Summon Mechaba. Activate Invocation. Really thinking on what to do after putting a Leicester back in their hand. I know we need to chill. Our opponent needs to chill. Maybe we can share our pot with them. Opponent's still thinking. If they have Nadir or Ecclesia, we're in even worse shape than we thought we were. Clock is ticking. Alright, activates another Invocation. Interesting. Alright, opponent's playing Shaddolls. Summons Winda, sends Dragon and Hedgehog. Effective Hedgehog. Winda is bringing us down. Has Nadir served. Okay, so there is absolutely no way we are beating this deck. Our opponent does not respect our chill. Sends Op Cologne, effective Op Cologne. Search Schism. Dumps Wendy. Okay, so looking at our opponent's hand, this is the difference between what... This is a good example of why our pot needs to come off the ban list, is because our opponent is out here on like absolute crack cocaine and we're just like trying to chill out, like have a good time. What can we do here? Opponent had just crack, black tar, heroin. I don't know what our opponent's doing. All right, we get even more pot. This one's better. This is a better strain. Going to activate our Pot of Extravagance, banish 6 cards. I haven't shown you the extra deck yet, but we just have like every fire hot related card. We're not doing anything with our extra deck. You lose both of our Ablaze, our Fire Phoenix, our Cloud Castle. I guess we activate Onslaught of the Fire Kings. Opponent probably has no idea what we're up to. Does let us summon Garunix. Alright, well, we will summon Garunix. Opponent does not seem to have a response. Normal Fire Dog attack over Aerial. They don't have a banished at all, but they do have the Schism. Braun can't attack over anything. Yaksha. Okay, I guess we just summon our Fire Dog. Opponent's thinking, has no idea what we're doing, which is fine. We have absolutely no intentions of actually winning this game. Go to battle. Maybe Opponent needs to fire off Schism now. Alright, let's just go to battle. Sure. Schism only summons during the main phase, right? Well, attack over the aerial. Opponent, once again thinking, we know they have a Leicester in hand. We're going to lose Garunix anyway, so we might as well bait out the Alistair. Opponent is very chilled out. They're taking some time, sitting back and relaxing. Blow up the aerial. No banish, can't flip it. Attack Winda. Opponent can a Leicester here, but Garunix is going to be destroyed anyway, so that's probably fine. If they don't a Leicester, they don't have another light monster. So Invocation gets Casitas or Raijin. Raijin's actually pretty decent against our deck. Opponent has run out a minute on their clock thinking about this attack. Alright. Garunix runs over Winda, keeps their Leicester, no Shaddoll spell to get back. Go to main phase 2. Maybe. Again, opponent, you can let us do things. I guess we technically can link summon a Blaze. Do we want to do that, or do we just let... I think we just let Garunix die. Pass the turn. Opponent gets another chance at Schism. They don't. Well, I guess we can trigger off most of our Fire Kings here. Activate Kieran. I don't think this does anything. I don't think we have a great reason for doing this, but if we get to play our cards, we're gonna do it. Opponent Chains Schism does not activate. Sure. Special Kieran. Pass the turn. We're not in as bad of shape as I would have thought. We get to activate our Garunix. Opponent's going to chain Mechaba. Discards Beast. Banishes our Garunix. I think this is fine, because if our opponent starts destroying our Fire Kings, we get to trigger our other effects. Summons, activates a Leicester. We knew that was coming. Grabs Invocation. I still don't think there's any way we win this game, but we're more alive than I anticipated us being. Banishes Wendy, summons Raijin. Nothing unexpected. Activates Schism. Got summon another Winda. I think the plan is, when they attack over the Kieran, activate Yaksha, summon Yaksha, blow up High Avatar Garunix. Opponent, very relaxed. 30 seconds, thinking about... Sends the Mechaba to summon a Construct. Okay. Does it mean they're not going to have a Mechaba? They still don't have a Shaddoll spell engraved. They can send one off Construct, but that doesn't seem great because we're not going into our extra deck. Dumps Resh. I feel like our opponent is trying... Alright, activates Ecclesia. Like I said, we are more alive than I expected we would be. Gets Floor, that's going to be a problem. Not because Fuller, like, on its own does much against us, but it's very big. Still thinking. They don't have a lot of options. Goes to battle. Runs over Kieran. Activate Kieran. Dump. So I think we really want to dump here. Maybe our Vada? Runs over Fire Dog. Can attack with the Construct because it was summoned off Schism. We only take 300. We really need a way to trigger this Yaksha. If we can do that, I think we're okay. We draw Tenki. Activate Tenki. Grab another Yaksha. Let's not tell our opponent what we have. Normal Yaksha. Go to battle. Opponent's probably going to use Raijin here. Attack Ecclesia. Yep, uses Raijin, flips Yaksha face down. Go to main phase 2. Alright, opponent lets us pass. Activate Pot of Duality. We get another Tenki and Avarice and a Ceasefire. I don't think we're... I guess 3. Avarice is probably the least bad option. So we have our third Strain in our hand. And we will pass the turn. Opponent draws. We know our opponent has floor. We really need them to have not drawn. Okay, both their invocations are in the grave, so I'm not even sure if Alistair does. They have an Alistair banished and they didn't put it back? Okay, so our opponent, I feel like, is trying about as hard as possible to banishes Ecclesia and Opcolon to summon another construct that also can't attack directly. So our opponent is gaining a lot of card advantage, but is trying very hard not to kill us. And I'm not going to pretend that I'm a particularly good Shaddoll player, so alright, dump Shaddoll Fusion. I don't want to sit here and criticize our opponent too much, but they're making some very interesting decisions. Normals the Squamata. Sure. Alright, figured it out. Attacks our monster with Construct. Effective Yaksha. Destroy Garunix. We're going to take a beating. Opponent smacks us with Squamata. Sure. attacks us with Raijin. Sure. I guess if they have Super Poly or El Shaddoll, is there any way that kills us? I don't think so. All right. Stays and goes to main phase 2. We're alive. This Raijin's going to... The Garudik's coming back is going to wrath our opponent's board. They're going to be able to flip it face down with Raijin. And they get back Shaddoll Fusion and Resh. And get to dump with Squamata, so that doesn't leave us in a great spot. Opponent's thinking they have a lot of options. They could just link someone into Appaloosa. Alright, opponent remembered their invocation in main phase 2 of like the second turn after it was put in the grave. But okay. Gets back a Leicester when they already normal summon Squamata. Okay. Opponent's probably fairly new with this deck, which is completely valid. Been thinking for a minute. We've survived game 1 for 16 minutes so far. We just came here to chill out. We're doing it. Opponent passes. Draw. Standby. Ooh, Ceasefire is really good. Ceasefire could be a way we steal this game. If our opponent has a board like this. Summon Garunix. Effective Garunix. Opponent chains a Raijin. Flip Garunix face down. Destroy our opponent's board. This Schism is quite a problem, though. We are running our opponent out of fusions, but just summoning a huge monster every turn that we can't kill is a problem. Opponent grabbed back Resh. Dumped Hedgehog. Did not grab back Shaddoll Fusion. Well, we will normal Fire King Avatar Bong. Opponent gonna use Schism. Probably should. Alright, let's just go to battle phase, declare attack. Hit our opponent for 19. We have him at 56. Go to main phase 2. Well, set Ceasefire. 4 cards in grave, getting closer to this Avarice, doing something, and pass the turn. Alright, opponent's going to activate Schism after we attacked them for some reason. Running over the high Avatar does not keep it down. You cannot keep down high Avatar. Alright, banishes Hedgehog and Construct, summons Apkalone, negates our Bong. It's not very cool of you. Actually, doesn't do anything, but it's not very cool of our opponent. Opponent is still bringing us down. Taking a card out of our grave to summon Purgatrio would be obnoxious. It's interesting that our opponent hasn't done that yet. Does Purgatrio just beat us? We have 4 cards, that puts it at 31. Opclone can't attack directly. Hit over this for 12. Hit over this for 12 again. 24. So if they have put back the Aleister this time, attack with 2, have double Aleister in hand, then we're dead. Now we have the fire sideboard for this deck, so we will be coming back in game 2. Yep, pass the turn. Give our opponent a taste of their own medicine, sitting there and thinking, we will not activate an effect. Opponent summons a Leicester. A little bit of a stronger normal summon than Squamata. Grabs an Invocation. Activate Invocation. Banishes Construct and a Leicester, summons a Goyes. Targets Garunix, sure. Can't change Ceasefire if we wanted to because of Meltdown. Effective Agoides. Banishes Raijin. Makes it huge. Summons the floor, and alright, now we're dead. Opponent brought us down. They took their time doing it. They let us have our fun. So now we have Avatar of the Pot, Cloudian Smoke Ball, Xian Smoke Signal, another Ceasefire, the Fire Grass and Lone Fire Blossom combo. Can't beat that. Searing Fire Wall, Tremendous Fire, Fire Hand, Doom Fire, Fire Dragon, and Backfire. Alright, well, I don't think our side deck is going to be able to keep up with what our opponent's doing. I think the only realistic chance we have is we go down one of our strains. This one chills us out a little too much. We can't summon our high avatar that way. But I think we could potentially, if our opponent lets us make attacks like they did in the last game, we could potentially burn them out. Going to burn out our opponent. We will lead on Tenki. Grab Fire King Avatar Yaksha. Activate Pot of Prosperity. Definitely our most powerful strain. And on the High Protector, the High Arbiter, and the Firewall Dragon. What are we going to get? This strain would have been great to start with. We add the Fire King Island. Put the rest back, doesn't matter. Activate Fire King Island. Let's just special summon Garunix. It's big. Our opponent can't bring down our high avatar that easily. Then we will normal summon our Fire King Avatar Arvada and pass the turn. Can't pass the bong, but we will pass the turn. Opponents really thinking, probably reading our cards if we're being honest. Sets one, sets a back row, sets two back row, and our opponent's being chill so far. We will see what we can do. Opponent, stop and draw phase. Let's go to standby. Let's go to main. Activate another one. We will hit this. Go down. Fire Fist, Cloud Castle, at Ignister, Ablaze, Lion Emperor. Grab Tensu and put everything else back. Normal summon Bong. Don't have something for this. activate Tensu. Opponent's thinking. Can't beat the fire formation. Opponent's really thinking. We're scaring him off here. Getting a little nervous. I don't really want to wrath our own board here. It'd be nice if some of our cards survived. Doing half damage because of our strongest strain is a little unfortunate. Alright, we will use our second normal summon to summon Yaksha. Go to battle. Maybe. Alright, opponent, let's go to battle. Yaksha attack first. Destroy dragon. Dragon's probably the least scary flip effect our opponent could have. Because bouncing our stuff to hand doesn't do much of anything. Thinking on what they want to target. Targets Garunix. That's fine. We can summon that back. Attack with Bong. Only for 1,000. Attack with Arvada. Based on this, our burn 'em out plan might be working. Might smoke out our opponent here. Go to main phase 2. Maybe. Helps that our opponent had almost nothing. Well, we will activate Fire King Island. Don't really want to destroy Garunix. Destroy Barong. Add. Does Kieran do anything? Huh. Grab Kieran. Can summon Kieran, sure. No chain. Summon Kieran. Kieran's a good one to be destroyed with Arvada if we have to do that. Do I want to summon a Blaze? Probably not. And pass the turn. Opponent having the dragon's grave effect above our island would have been pretty not great. Ron goes off. Sure. We will search. Probably circle. Opponents back to thinking. Our monsters are pretty big if they don't have a easy way to fusion summon. That's all the Shaddoll deck does. I can't imagine they don't. Arvada gives us a little protection against the Dogmatika cards. If our opponent somehow wrecks our whole board, Yaksha blowing up Garunix is relevant. Opponent's still thinking we might have them this game. I haven't seen anything in the chat, so opponent's not quite as chilled out as we are. Gonna time him out. Did we do it? We will take that as a win. Down to 1:30 on the clock. We might brick and just be salty. Like, dude, just like take a hit, relax. All right, has Ecclesia activate? We will activate Ecclesia. We will chain Arvada. Negate the Ecclesia, destroy Kirin, effective Kirin, dump High Avatar Garunix. One has floor, that'll be obnoxious. Double checking Arvada's hard once per turn. It indeed is. Wants into a minute on their clock. We might actually get there this way. Just passes? Alright, we draw Fire Dog. That's actually pretty good. No effect on standby. Normal summon Fire Dog. Go to battle? Alright, go to battle. Opponent's waiting. If they have a Schism that can banish this Ecclesia and a Dragon, that's rough. Fire Dog, attack, Ecclesia. Opponent targets Fire Dog with Dynamiscus. Sentences that you don't hear in 2021 very often. Opponent activates Wendy. We will chain Arvada. Negate Wendy, destroy Yaksha. No effective Yaksha. Attack Ecclesia. I don't want to blow up Arvada, but I feel like the only way we win this game is if we just go for as much damage as we can. Blow up Arvada, summon back Garunix. No effect of Arvada. Attack with High Avatar Garunix. We have our opponent down to 28. That's not a lot, but we are not in the worst shape. Activate Fire King Island. This Garunix on the field dies at the end anyway. Doesn't it? No, it just summons it. So we will blow up. Yeah, blow up the one in hand. Search. Bong. No reason to summon that yet. Pass the turn. Standby phase, Garunix comes back. Our one high avatar blows up our other high avatar. Keep Bong in hand. Opponent have an out for our high avatar. Nadir Servant, no. We were so close. Had our opponent almost on the timeout. We almost had them with damage. The Deer Servant locks them out of fusions. Since Op Cologne grabs Ecclesia, sure, effective Op Cologne. Gets Schism. They have Lights and Darks. Construct's going to be hard for deck out. They have Wendy. Summons Beast. Probably won't be able to flip this. We're going to destroy it with Garunix. Summons the Ecclesia. Effective Ecclesia gets a punishment. Punishment can send Construct to destroy Garunix, but that's not amazing. We draw Ceasefire. Is there any way we can steal a win with Ceasefire? Go to standby, Garunix activates. We are looping Garunix every turn, so we're just going to continually wrath our opponent's board. Summon Garunix. It activates. Blow up the board. Do we want to use Bong? Probably. We're trying to get as much pressure on the field as we can. Summon Bong. Opponent's going to get a bunch of triggers. This is turning into a much longer match than I feel like it. Opponent doesn't use any effects. Okay, we'll go to battle. If opponent lets us go to battle, I think we just win, right? Bong attack directly. Activates Schism, but can't fusion summon because they're not in main phase. Chains Dynamiscus. Alright, gets back Dynamiscus. Continue the attack. Attack over Dynamiscus. If Garunix attacks, we can win with Ceasefire. Attack for 27. Hit our opponent down to 100. I think we're going to steal this game. Go to main phase 2. Opponent has a way to blow up Ceasefire in the end phase. I'm going to cry. Opponent is at 100 life points. Stays in battle. We will set Ceasefire. Do you have anything? No. Pass the turn. In the end phase, opponent draws. Opponent draws a card. We will activate Ceasefire. Do you have a chain opponent? Can you clear every effect monster off the board? Hilariously, we also would have won with... Alright, we stole a game with the 420 special. Oh my god. Okay. Our opponent bricked. Like, we were... Hilariously, we would have also won with Backfire. Do we bring in Backfire? If we set up that loop we did with Garunix, we're burning them for 1,000 every turn cycle. So what's that better than? Kieran doesn't feel like it does much. We'll bring in Backfire. We're going to try to burn out our opponent with the 420 special. Probably could have played Pot of Prosperity a little more optimally in the early game, but I honestly didn't think there was any way this deck would ever win a game. This hand is powerful. Alright, opponent has Terraforming. Meltdown. Alright, our opponent's off to a much better start. We're going to ride the high of our win for as long as we can. But I'm losing confidence in our deck. Gets Invocation. Summons the Artemis. feel like we've seen this before. Summons Mechaba. Any way to get Garrix in the grave to make the circle do something. Alright, no Shaddoll plays, but Nadir Servant is a... Nadir Servant's a card. Dumps up Cologne. Gets Ecclesia. Up Cologne triggers. Opponent is back on crack. We tried to show them the way. Discard Super Poly, but opponent just likes the hard stuff. I don't know. It's not a lifestyle I get, but I can't stop them. Summons Ecclesia, activates Ecclesia. Grabs Floor. I feel like Floor doesn't do much against our deck. Other than being huge and dying to our high avatar. Opponent sets a mystery card, probably a Schism. They will have to... Alright, remembers to activate Invocation. They will have to banish Ecclesia if they want to summon Construct. Opponent lets us draw. We get Tenki. Yaksha is easily our best card, so this is a good draw. Activate Tenki. Grab Yaksha. Normal summon Yaksha. This is a example of what normal summons used to do in Yu-Gi-Oh! Compared to what a Leicester can do. Alright, go to battle. Opponent holding priority and start step of battle phase. I wonder if our opponent has all chains activated. Like, they're getting prompts in places where it does not make sense for them to be getting prompts. So we will attempt to attack the Ecclesia. Putting it in the grave doesn't actually help us because our opponent can still use Schism with it. Go to main 2. Nothing else we can activate. I don't like our chances. We might be maybe pretty close to cashed out. Opponent activates Schism. Does not summon anything with said Schism. I wish we were playing I almost like the 420 special is the most fun deck we played in a long time. But I almost wish we were playing a good deck here because I feel like we could really punish our opponent for some of these plays they're making. Leicester gets another Invocation. I feel like we've seen this before. I think the point where we concede is if our opponent banishes Yaksha. If our opponent negates and banishes Yaksha, then our Rekindling's dead, our circle doesn't do anything. Just none of our cards do anything. Gets a Construct. Could have done that last turn, opponent. Then had another Schism activation for this turn. Dumps Resh. Has another Meltdown, but they already normaled a Leicester, so that's fine. Grabs a Leicester. What you got, opponent? Can you kill us? You should have the cards to kill us, but if you actually go for it, because we are not playing any rocks. We are all in on our different strains here. So no Nibiru, no rocks, no hard stuff in this deck. It's just like all Firegrass. Banishes the construct of Goides, blows up the Yaksha, effect of Yaksha. Opponent chains Mechaba. Pitches Hedgehog. Don't have a fusion monster left in grave to pump a Goides. Remembers their invocation. Alright. Opponent learned something this game. We were able to open their mind. Has a floor. Still only hits us for 500. I guess they have a Leicester, so okay, that is lethal. We are cashed out. Opponent got there. You crack goes harder. I don't know. But 420 special didn't quite get there, but GG opponent. I hope you get clean eventually.